What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I love America. I love America. I do. You know, I think the reason why I fell in love with America is I came here at a very impressionable age. I came here when I was 13 with my dad. It was 1976. Me and my dad got a cheap flight over from Scotland to visit my aunt and uncle who had immigrated here in the 50s. My dad's brother and his wife had immigrated here in the 50s. They lived in Long Island. They came over on a tramp steamer, which has nothing to do with Paris Hilton. It's just a way of people. It's a cheap crack, but she's a cheap broad. I don't care. So they came over earlier, and they, you know, my aunt and uncle, their kids were born here. My cousins, they were regular Americans, born in Long Island. They grew up here. And my dad and I came to visit in 1976, and I was amazed when I came to America for the first time. I was just like, wow! I got off the plane, I'm like, oh my God, look at this! Look at the colours in this place, reds, the yellows, the greens. Where I come from, damp is a colour. Like, oh, look at, and the teeth, my God, the teeth. 10, 20, 30 teeth, per mouth I'm talking, per mouth. People with a, welcome to America, son. Do you like my sweater? It's red. You want some gum? I was like, oh my God, this is like a cartoon. I love it. And the wealth and the money here, the money, I couldn't believe it. That you had so much money, you would build these giant buildings, huge buildings with long, thin, shiny floors, and you would roll a ball along the shiny floor and knock over some pins just for the hell of it. Why are we doing this? We don't know. It's just kind of fun, isn't it? I was like, I love it here. Have a root beer. What's that? We don't know. Is it made of roots? Who knows? And I think what sealed the deal for me, I think what was my light bulb moment, Oprah, was that I think what sealed the deal is that I went to my first ever rock concert on that holiday. I was 13 years old. I went with my cousins who were a little older, teenagers. Actually, they took me to their high school for one day. I went to an American high school for one day. They had show and tell, and I was show and tell. Could you do something Scottish? I'm cautious with money. There you are, kids. Anyway, they took me to this rock concert with my older cousins. We went in a car, right? Teenagers in a car. We hadn't stolen the car. I know. And we go to this rock. We went to the Long Island Civic Auditorium, I think it was called, to see a band called Blue Oyster Cult. I didn't know any of their fans were still alive, but there you go. No, we went to see Blue Oyster Cult, and I was amazed in this country of America, you know, these 4 teenagers would go to a rock concert in a country that had so much money, yet we all had to share the same cigarette. That was the first time I saw coming down the line with my cousins, and the band were playing like come to me and I wanna fit in and I see my cousins and I go like this. Oh. Oh, rock and roll makes you hungry. Doesn't it make you hungry? We should go for Raisin Bran now. I don't care if this matter. Let's just go now. Raisin Bran. It was in that moment. That was it. I thought, oh, I love this. From this moment on, I will dedicate my life to drugs and rock and roll. What can possibly go wrong? Because it's worked out so well for every other young man that's dedicated his life to drugs and rock and roll. So, what happened was, after the concert, after the vacation, I had to go back to Scotland. I didn't want to go back. I thought, oh, I've got to go and live in America. The teeth, the bowling, the gum, the sweaters, the cigarettes. So I have to get back to America. Anyway, I go back to Scotland, and I'm back in Glasgow, and I see that my favourite rock band of all time at that time are coming to play in the Glasgow Apollo. A band called Deep Purple. You remember Deep Purple? Oh man, I love that. I love that. I love that. So I got to go to this rock concert. So, and this is when you bought the ticket 6 months ahead of the show. You bought the ticket 6 months ahead, you pinned it up on your bedroom wall, your little buddies came over, you played the album, you're like, and I thought, wait, I can't go to a rock concert without drugs. It won't be the same. Now, this was Scotland in the 1970s. You couldn't get drugs, at least I couldn't. But I did know a guy whose older brother worked in a hospital. And he had access to chloroform. I see you've heard of it.